basketball, I mean, you hear it all the time, it's a game of matchups. And like you look last night, we match up great with IPFW, and we clearly don't match up well with Oakland. And, you know, all year we've had some holes. Defensively, we've not been great. We've not been a great rebounding team. And, you know, primarily because we're not a big team, height-wise, and physically we're not a real big team. And that doesn't make for a great defensive team and a great rebounding team. Not that our kids didn't work at it hard and try to do their very best. But, you know, I mean, those holes were exposed tonight. We tried to come up and pressure the ball, but we weren't used to doing that, and we just gave up so many easy shots early. We got ourselves in a hole we just couldn't catch up from because we couldn't stop them. They couldn't stop us after that, but it didn't matter.
Okay, let's go ahead and open up your questions. Nate Walters in the middle and Jordan Dexter on the end.
Nate, SDSU, drew up SDSU Collegian. You probably had to play nearly a perfect game, and you guys were down 25-9 to start. I mean, at that point, you know, what are you thinking at that point?
Yeah, I mean, definitely wasn't the start we were looking for. It's tough to rebound from that. Just frustrated. It seems like we never really gave ourselves a chance. It's really tough to do at all. So, yeah, it's tough to rebound.
Nate, Terry Vanderberg, the receiver. What was different tonight about playing Oakland than the first two times?
I don't think anything was different. I mean, we still scored on it, but I mean, we just couldn't stop them. We scored 110 points, and then last time we scored 105. So it's pretty frustrating.
How discouraging is it when they are able to get past like that and just kind of showing their quickness a little bit? It seems like when you guys would get a little roll going, they would respond very quickly. So it just seems like it's almost impossible to get back into it if you fall behind.
Yeah, it's tough to get. When you don't get stops, it's almost impossible to come back. Especially when you got stops, you really play the transition. You got to get the baskets. We actually do get stops. So we couple pushes to get to like 13, 14, but then I said a big three, a dunk, and
Jordan, were you a little surprised that it wasn't, you know what I mean, that you guys didn't give a better run, have it be a closer, more emotional game the whole way?
Yeah, I mean, anytime you come out, you want to make it closer to 20 points. But like Coach said, we didn't match up size-wise, but honestly, that's not an excuse. We didn't rebound when we went to zone. We just couldn't. Like Nate said, it's pretty frustrating tonight.
Do you have any questions for the players?
Hey, Jordan, just your thoughts on the season as a whole, your best one at the Division I level. I'm sure you guys have learned a lot. You know, a couple of rough losses at the end. Just your overall impression.
I think we saw a bright spot, you know, like we started last year, Coach was saying 14 and 16, and now we made a jump to 19 and 12, I think it is. And every year we keep improving, and you know, like the seniors this year brought us along, and as such a young team, I feel like we have a good future ahead of us.
Nate, at some point you get past the disappointment level and then kind of have an appreciation for how good of a team Oakland is. I mean, you see them maybe representing, of course they got to get past tomorrow night, but you see them representing the Summit in the NCAA tournament as a team that can maybe advance there.
yeah, they're definitely a tough team against the size. I mean, everyone can score out there. There's really no weak spot, but I mean, the team I think we can play with. We just play well and play what we're capable of doing. It's going to be like tonight.
Gentlemen, thanks for coming. Jordan, Nate, you're free to go to the outfit on the right. Okay, everyone, let's go ahead and open up questions to Coach Nate.
Zach was coming up and pressuring the ball. Other than that, you knew you had to make some changes. What did you try?
That was the only thing. We just couldn't get to them. We couldn't ever get Reggie Hamilton to come back toward their own basket to catch the ball. He was constantly catching, running off the floor. You know, we just couldn't get into what we wanted to get into fast enough. You know, they were just too fast, too athletic. And you know, once we made the change, we just said, forget doing that and get back. We did a lot better. But you know, I mean, we gave up 66% in the second half. You know, we shot 51%. The second half, defensively, if you go back and look, almost just about every game we were worse because our kids are not in front of our bench on defense, and we weren't a great communicating team all year. We got a lot of just quiet guys, and defense you have to communicate. And so when the defense in front of our bench, we're better. When it's not, which is in the second half, it's not been as good.
How do you get there and become a better defensive team? I mean, it's not, it seems like that's more of a long-term sort of system.
It is. It is. It's kids believing in it, number one, that they demand it for themselves. And like when I look at next year's team, we got some kids coming back in the school. We got Nate coming back, we got Jordan coming back. I thought that Chad showed tonight what we've been hoping from all year for me, which I think is good because he'll be the one to come back without Brady made big jumps. But what's going to happen is these good offensive players have got to decide that we're going to be better defensively. And, we need to play guys less minutes. And we need to be able to demand they do a better job defensively. And it is systematic. It's got to be, the kids have to, the older kids got to teach the younger kids to demand it. And then you get better by recruiting bigger, stronger athletes. I mean, let's face it. If you're athletic and you're strong, you got a chance to be good defensively. And we're not terribly unathletic, but we're not super athletic either. And Oakland is. Let's face it, they are. Oakland's serious. When you look at Oakland's team, they're serious. Their program's serious, and the other programs. If you want to win a championship in this league, you better be serious about it.
Coach, what did you say to your seniors after the game?
Well, not just the seniors, but the entire team. This was a season I felt like put South Dakota State back on the basketball map. People all over the country have been talking about us. We did some special things offensively, but mostly, it's been, let's face it, for our program, it's been a long stretch since we had a winning season, and this team maybe more than any I've ever coached. Had just given me a ton of hope as a coach, and they've been a fun group to coach. I always said that they have fun despite me, because I'm kind of a fun police. But they had fun. They played. They had fun. I know it was fun for the fans to watch them. I heard several comments on that, and it's not just about that having fun, but it does go into just the countenance of the team. And that's important if you want to win. Everything can't be drudgery, and it wasn't with this team. They gave me a lot of hope, really, in coaching again. I really enjoyed coaching.
Is there some cold reality too? Because there's always going to be the Oaklands of the world that you need to get past, and certainly they're not going anywhere. And you're clearly not.
But we need to get to that level, and hopefully somebody else will be saying there's always going to be South Dakota States that you got to get past. And we're serious about it. We're going to be serious about it. But everything is tied to recruiting, and we've got to recruit top-notch athletes. Now, our recruiting is a lot different than Oakland's. You look at their team. You draw a 100-mile radius from Oakland and see how many players are from there compared to what we do. But that doesn't matter. We get the kind of players that we want to coach in our system. We've got to have tough kids that are skilled. And we've got to get bigger and more athletic, and we can do that. And some of it's just getting away from it and committing to that. But we will get there, and we're already starting to get there. We are.
Despite the similar result tonight to 2009, does it feel different losing the semis? 20 points to that team.
Because that one, the Oral Roberts game was so emotionally charged. There's so many things going on. Dale's mom almost passing away, and just so many things emotionally. Anthony breaking his hand, and there were so many things going on around that emotionally we were done. I didn't feel like we were. I thought we would play tonight, and maybe we did, but regardless of that, Oakland is tremendous. They're tremendous, and we don't match up with them at all. We scored 90 points tonight, got each one. That's hard for me to swallow, because that's just not. That's not who I want us to be, and hopefully in the future we'll be a lot better defensively.
You've got to feel good having such a good core of young guys.
Oh, yeah, yeah, I mean, we got some players coming back, and I think everybody in the league knows it, and, you know, I mean, everybody in the league talks about the big three, you know, and we know who those are. Two of them are left in Oakland, and, you know, we've got to become part of that mix, and we're going to become part of that mix.
Time for a couple more questions.
Your thoughts on Valentine offensively tonight?
Yeah, I mean, he hasn't been playing well offensively, and he got out to the start, and a lot of it had to do with us early just not getting back. You know, we tried to put Dale on Hamilton, and, you know, we just came up, and he just ran out and got easy shots, and then once he got going, he's a heck of a player, he's a good athlete. I mean, I think he had 11 rebounds, and he's kind of their glue guy. You know, Cushenberry was kind of their glue guy last year, and he got hurt, and Valentine really filled that spot for him.
Anything else? Coach, thank you.